Hi everybody, welcome back. Bring you up so you can see me here. Let me grab my chair now that we have things cleaned up over here on my desk. You still see Halloween, you'll always see Halloween unless I move you this way and then you'll see Christmas. But yeah, never mind that. It still needs to be picked up. But the paper is good, it's all over there. So you saw my bins. Okay, so what we're going to do, welcome, by the way, Laura's Creations. And I don't know if I put the thing out. Laura's Creations. And I don't know when we made this. We made this a long time ago. At least 4 years ago, I think. It's on the channel here somewhere. Not this channel. No, it might be on this channel. It'll be either in Craft Time playlist or it'll be in an October playlist. I don't have a whole lot of playlists on here, but we've got 5 months left before Halloween. But I'm like, oh, I know I wanted to make a Christmas one. I found my blocks and everything. I knew I had one. I don't know why we never made one. I don't know. Probably because I start something and don't finish it is usually the issue. So let's bring you down so you can see. And I got a lot more space. So we are going to grab I need to get a regular eraser. A-R-A-S-E-R. Eraser. You know, one of those pink ones. So I guess it doesn't really matter that this is on here because we're going to cover it. Now, with this one, I actually painted it black. So I think we should do some painting. Are the blocks black too? Yep. Since it's going to be Christmas, should we do this red, the block red, and these red, or should these be green and this red? I don't know. Let's see. I guess it just depends what paint I have that's good. So let's see what paint I have that's good. We got a dark green. This is green. This is a good paint. Okay, what do I got red? Red apple is good. Red and green. There we go. I've already cleaned out my paint bucket. So the paintbrushes are still wet. That's fine. Okay, let me grab my little paper. And we'll paint it and then set it aside. And then we'll look through the bins and figure out what we want to do. So let me move my other thing out of the way. That. Some paper down. Here we go. Well, we won't do anything to this side. Or maybe we should do this side. That way it's smooth on this side. Maybe we'll do that. All right. So I think we should paint the base red. And let me I need little paint things. And I have a whole bunch and I should just use them. Here we go. I like it when everything's cleaned up. I can find stuff. Look at the room I have over here now. Look at that. All righty. Let's put some red in a bowl here. I usually put it on a napkin or something and call it good. But we'll just do that. And we'll paint it and we'll have a chit chat. How about that? So Laura's Creations we're doing pretty good. I mean, I was kind of hoping we'd be up in the hundreds by now for subscribers, but we're not, and I'm not my fault for not being consistent. I try to upload at least once a month, and I know that's not nearly what it needs to be. It needs to be like every week. And I have 4 days off that I have to get videos for the other channel done, videos for this channel done, and for my other channel. So I'm wearing myself a little thin here. So when I feel like crafting or doing something, I'll do a video. I try to find ideas because I don't want to. I've got more than enough stuff here. Um, I've got two, I call it junk things, but it's not junk. It's like, oh, I found this. This would be cool. I need to make this. And it goes inside the little bin. And so when I open it up and look at it, I'm like, oh, I really need to make that. And I'm kind of like at the point now where I like to make stuff. Before I'd make it for me. And now I'm getting so, okay, I like it for me. Should I keep this one or should I sell it? So I made Laura's Creations on eBay. And I will try to make sure there's a link in my little link stuff underneath in the description. So you can go over and look at it. There's a couple of things on there, not very many. I think there's 2. And I need to add more. So that's what I'm kind of doing now. Like this one I want to make for me, but I'm doing it with you. So if you want to do one, you can do one, right? I have a whole bunch of these pieces of wood in a box over on the side here. And I go out and raid my husband's woodworking shop and look at his stuff that he's going to use for kindling. And that's where I got all these blocks. They're perfect. I don't know how many things I've made with these blocks. These blocks I bought. You can buy those if you have a big Dollar Tree. They have a whole good section for craft stuff, and you can find them there and grab them. I grabbed, well, I had those 2 plus these 2 plus another one. So I had 5. I must have had 6 at one time. I don't know what I did with the last one. I don't know what happened with it. But I'm trying to use up stuff. I'm trying to downsize. Like this area right here where I have my craft table and stuff, I share with my my painting desk. Let's see. My painting desk is on this side. This whole side here is kind of like craft area. And then beside me over this way is my planner little desk. And so I'm sharing this space with that. Now, I used to have this desk this way, not this way, the long way. I used to have it the other way because I needed to be able to use the outlet. But then when I did that, I had no room to walk around. So now I would have all this space in here if I did that, which would be nice. But it's kind of like the desk is in the middle. It's like a big U. So, which is fine. But I like it this way. It's working for me. You know, this is why I keep water here, because I need to rinse my brush. And I just clean this thing. me get a paper towel. I have paper towels down here because what's a craft room without paper towels, right? You need paper towels to rinse the brush off. And I'll rinse it off. This red is making my, see, it's made it all, but it's cleaned off. Red tends to, same painting with my dolls. When you get to the red layer, you have to be very careful because it tarnishes it really good. So, okay, this one we'll set aside for now. Then we'll paint. We'll set the paint aside. We need the green. The green's not even open yet. I must have bought this not too long ago. If I can even open it. Scissors. I bought these little tiny, I got them for Christmas. I wanted the Tim Holtz little ones, and I got the big ones. And these are really sharp. So I don't know if it'll... I'm having the hardest time with stuff lately, trying to get stuff open. One, I do not have strength in my hands anymore because of this arthritis crap. Getting old sucks. And even squeezing this out, squeezing like that, kills this. So if I'm going to be doing a bunch of craft stuff, I have to make sure I take Tylenol before I do anything. Okay, so let's paint the blocks green, right? We're painting them green. They don't have to be perfect. And I think there's 5 sides. I have to look at how I put the numbers on each one of these blocks so I do it correctly. And those numbers I used, they look like barbed wire, but for Christmas time, I want to use, you know, like regular numbers. So I have some, I think I put it in, actually, no, where did I do with it? Oh, right here. I got silver, right? I don't think I have any more gold. Do silver and gold, you know, the song for Christmas, silver and gold, silver and gold. But I don't know. But let's paint these, and then while they're drying, we will go through these 2 buckets because that's where all my stuff is. All my papers that I have left. I have some stuff on the scrap rack over there. But it's papers that I don't want to use. I should just use them, you know. But I have one that has the 12 days before Christmas. And it's, what size are the cards? I think they're 5x7 or 4x6. I can't remember. Anyway, I want to make a little scrapbook with those. And I haven't done it yet. I did use some of the paper that it came with in 12 days before Christmas. And I believe it's the first one I did in 2026, 2025 or 2026. No, 2015 or 2016. I can't remember. And it's actually not finished. It's up on my Christmas thing. And it was when I first was doing all the December daily stuff. And then each year I did something different, you know. It says a goop in it. Ugh. It's a brand new bottle. Why has it got goop in it? I don't know. It's probably a couple years old, actually. I don't know. So anyway, it is like that. So, I mean, I have a bunch of craft stuff that we could be doing. Now, I could very easily put a hold on the other two channels and just do strictly craft stuff for a while, just to get the channel going. And I thought about doing that, but I can't let them not, especially Tiny Toes. I have to keep that one going. But yeah, I don't. Okay, when we're done painting, so we'll get rid of all of that paint. Now I'll have to take this back upstairs with me when I go. I should have put gloves on anytime that I do that. I'm going to have to make sure I wash my hands. There's supposed to be wipies over here that I can wipe my hands with. But this stuff I'm going to have to take upstairs with me to clean. Okay. Move that out of the way. Move that out of the way. Throw that away so we don't get anything on us. Let's move that up. So I was thinking about these numbers, but I think they're going to be, no, they're not too big. We can do that. I think I have a gold set too. Nope, just silver. I thought I had gold. I thought I bought gold too. Oh, I did. They're just behind everything. Okay. And I can use up the one, that one, but I have gold too. So we can do that. We're going to need the scissors. So I think that would be good, silver and gold for the numbers. And I think this block has 1, 2, 1, 2, 8, 6, and 0. So let's see. Let me write it down. We have 1, 2, 6, and 0. Okay. And then on the opposite side, we have 7, 7 and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. So there's one block that's going to have those numbers. Let me put this back. And then this block is going to have the opposite numbers. It's going to have 0, 5, a 2, and a 4. And then the opposite side, it's going to have a 1 and a 3. 1 and a 3. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you got an extra 1 and zeros. Okay, so this needs to be put on 5. We got 5 months left. Okay, so there's the numbers we need for each block. Let me tell you, trying to figure that out was hard. When I first made that, I got it wrong all the time. So let's see what's in here first. Let's put those right there. Those are the numbers. And I think this is just extra, all my extra, like these are 3x5 cards that I could use for something, you know. And then I have, we could still use pieces of this because it's the right size. I think they are, let's see what size they are. Let's get a ruler. They are 1.5 by 1.5. Okay, so remember that. Okay, write it down. 1.5 by 1.5 blocks. Okay, so here's the numbers this block, 1.5 by 1.5. We're going to cut the paper that size. So we just need scraps. That's that size. So here's some scraps. We'll just take a bunch of small scraps out and decide if we want to use any of it, right? When they put, I don't know why they do this. They put this in scrapbook, and it never lines up the right way either when you try to use it. So if you use this side, you're going to screw up this side. If you use this side, you're going to screw up this side, right? Which sucks. I love this. It's a 12 by 12 piece. What do you do with that? I don't do 12 by 12 anymore, but that's gorgeous, right? So now I have this where it has a bunch of extra pieces, parts in it, which we could use. I kind of like this to go around the block, to go around it. We've got this. I don't want to use that. What size is this? Some of it's bigger than others. And we got the old-fashioned sleigh. I love that. We've got this. We've got the stripe too. We're going to do one of those for around it. That we know. This is pretty. I don't know. What's this say? This says, it's in a different language. We could use this too, but we're not going to. This is all my extra pieces. Like we have a tag. Downstairs! Okay, sorry about the interruption. Every time he comes down here, he's like, you need to clean this place up. No. I try, but it doesn't work for his standards. So I found this, and it says, have yourself, let's see, we'll start here. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Merry little Christmas. And it ends right at Christmas. That'll work, right? Wouldn't that be cute? I know it's red on red, but then it says, Merry little Christmas. Have yourself, I got it in black. I don't want to do black though. So I think that we'll possibly do that. And we will cut it right there. Okay. So we got that. I didn't find any paper in the other one that I liked. So I found a couple of pieces, and we need 10 pieces. So I kind of want it, traditional looking. So these ones are kind of too dark, so I don't know if I'll use those, but these ones will work. And I think this, see, I have the candy cane too. I have the candy cane, but I like, the other one says Happy Halloween, so I think we should do Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. And let's put this, I have that. I got all these little decoration things everywhere. That doesn't stick anymore, because we're not going to use those. There's my red and my white glitter I was looking for. And I have some gingerbread men, a stocking. This one says, the elves made me do it. The elves made me do it. That'd be a cute one to put around there too, huh? I think I like the other one better. And then I have some stripe in there. But I think what I want to do is cut this. Have to take this strip off because it's a dark strip. We will take this off. I also need to get my glue out. Okay. Trash. Okay. This strip would be cute around, right? It doesn't go all the way around though. And this I just used washi tape. And my washi tape is in my tray, my Christmas tray. So that's not going to work. So I think we're just going to do the ribbon. And these are tags. What is this? What size is this? They're 1.5. That's 1 inch. So that's not big enough. Those numbers. So that's why I saved that. Okay, so this all has this bucket has sticker, ephemera, my glitters. That's what's in this container. So that's what's in here. So we're going to put this stuff back in here and look to see. We still need more paper. And this is ephemera. I looked in that already. Okay, so we've looked in here. This is ephemera, Christmas ephemera. That's paper. That's ephemera. And this is current items, which I thought was last year's stuff. Hi, Tig. So I got these presents. Okay, so there's still some. I'm such a pack rat. I saved this in case I want to buy it again. So I saved the covers because it tells me what I used. Okay, so these could go back into the ephemera bucket. We could use that. We need 10. I don't want to use that. I don't want to use that. Or that. That's kind of cool, but it's busy. I have 2 of them. And then I have Christmas cards. I was going to put these in my December daily last year, and I never did. I might use them this year. I haven't even started thinking about that yet. So, yeah, I haven't done. And then I've got these cards, these playing cards that have numbers that you can use for your... Go to Dollar Tree and get the playing cards, the kids' playing cards things, and use them. Look at this little bag. I love that little bag. So I have those in here. I have my wooden tags. I just started putting stuff in here. There's 2 of those bags. So, green ribbon, red ribbon, white ribbon, a gold thing. Okay, so put those in here. Are these, I'm curious, what size are these? They're a little bit bigger than 1.5. We could try to get it so it's this Mary, joy, peace, like 1.5, 1.5. Oh, this one right here. Okay, so we'll use this one. I think this is big enough. Yep, this is perfect. And this will be, we can use this too. We'll just pick inside the picture. So we'll go, we can use a couple in here. I like the snowman one. That'll work. So I'll have to draw them. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 out of 10. We need 6 more. 6 more. Oh, we can do some out of here. A couple out of here. There's 7. And let's look at this again. I've already got that. Holly. That's different. What about get an inch side? 1.5. That'd be cute. The holly. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we could probably use 7. We probably can double it. You just want to make sure that they don't go on the same side, right? So you have to make sure you put your numbers and stuff on the same side. Let's see, we should use, that's not quite big enough. We could do it this way though. 1.5. Not quite wide enough. Not quite wide enough. Christmas wishes. It cuts into another one. That's a bummer. Do I have 2 of these? Yes, I do. Okay. I'm using that one already. All right. Let's figure it out now. So it's 1.5 by 1.5. So I'm going to cut 1 out so then I don't have to keep measuring. I hate measuring. Okay. It's a little less than 1.5, which is fine. So we'll just go over. We'll go over 1.5. I usually, when I craft, I usually just guesstimate stuff. So this is pretty intense. Okay, so we'll cut right there. Okay, so we will cut it right there. Okay, since these are about dry, see, it's too big. So these blocks are not the same size as these. Yeah, they are. They're all different sizes. So this is going to make it fun. So you want it a little smaller than the block. So the green shows, right? So we're going to cut probably right here. and right here. So it goes a lot quicker if you do it. Well, that's a good cut. It's not even, I didn't even cut it square. Okay. So this is going to be the size that we need right here for the Christmas one. I dump stuff everywhere. Okay. So we need 10 of these. So I think we're going to do like 2 of each because we've got the other block, right? So I'll be back. So now we have our little square. And if you're a perfectionist and you want it all square, be my guest. I'm not going to do that. I want it like this. So now I'm just, because this is squampus, I'm going to do joy on here and cut it to fit. Right? And we need 2. Okay. So now we have 2. And like I said, we can, depending on what side it's going on, you're going to have to trim it up. Right? So this one is going to go here. This one will go here. Right? So it'll be like that. Okay, so we need another joy. So let's take this one. We're just taking one of these 2. So I got peace, love, joy there. I want the snowman. The snowman. I want the snowman. So we're going to cut him like that. This is why I save all my scraps. You make these little projects, you know. Okay, so now we have the little snowman. And so, okay, here's that one. And whatever we do to this one, we got to do for that one. So joy's going to be on this one, and the snowman's going to be over there. And we could use this. We'll save this piece because we might need, I don't know if I have enough for 10 each. So this one, I know I wanted Mary, Joy, and Peace. And I don't think it's all going to fit. Something's going to get cut off. Okay, so we will do this. All right. Okay. It says Mary, Joy, and you can see Peace. But so we'll do that one, and then we need to do another one for the other side. Mary, Joy, Hope. Let's do Mary, Joy, Hope. Joy, Love, Peace. And we'll do it this way. Okay. All right. And like I said, once we put them, because this is squampus. I don't know if you can tell. You might be able to tell. It's kind of squampus, but we'll put it there. Okay, so there's, we'll put the papers over here after we're done with them. So there's 1, 2, 3, right? Then we're going to do some holly. So maybe we'll just, because this is the bell, I don't really care for the deer, so let's do it over here. We'll do 2 of these. This is the easiest way I know of. Like I said, you could really measure. The blocks are 1.5 by 1.5, and you could just take in a little bit and make it perfectly square if you want to. But the problem with that is that these square wood pieces are not like that. Each side is different. They're not the same size. Okay, so we're gonna move this out of the way. We've done those. Let's do the presents. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. This is going to be 5. Okay, this is 5. So we got 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we need 6 pieces. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we got to cut one more over here. Okay, we'll do one more. There's the presents. And I save the scrap stuff because just like, I said, there's these small little craft things that we can do. So we got 3, 4, 5, 3. This is an extra piece. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need one more. So where we have stripes, do we want to do this or do we want to do something with this? I think we should save that. Do it with this, I guess. Do it with this. I wanted more red. We don't have more red. No. So we'll just do this. It'll be cute. Okay, so we cut this. Okay, there's 6. And we need one more. Now, you can specifically use some kind of certain paper you want, or you could do solids and whatnot. I think it's cuter if it's like this. It's kind of like a quilt, So there's our 6. Okay. And we'll get rid of that. We don't need, well, we'll need the scissors probably still. Okay, so now we need to put this on. We need to turn on the glue gun. I probably should have done that already, but I will do it now. I will turn it on now. We will put our mat down. This is just a cutting board from Dollar Tree, and because I don't always hang it up, like this, I lay it down. And yeah, so we've got silver and gold, which is going to look really good on that because they have gold in it. There's gold in it and stuff. It's going to look really cute. Okay, so these are extra pieces that are going to go into our, my husband brought down my other project. I'm just going to put it in here. We're going to need those anyways, so. Okay, so now let's get our glue. I like my craft glue, and I've got several of them up here. That's what I tried. I forgot to grab that. Dang it. I still forgot Mod Podge. Mod Podge. Because we could put that on. I don't think I did that with these. No, I didn't. I just glued them on. Okay. But we are going to put this around, right? This is our top. Oh, we need a piece for the top. We need our piece for the top. Let's pick one of these. Not that. We got holly that we can put for the top. We've got this we can put for the top. Or they actually can put one of these cards on there, wishing you a Merry Christmas. That's pretty. That's pretty, right? We could do that. Be merry. We put a wreath on there. Or, I guess we found it. We are going to put Mr. Santa Claus on there. We are going to put Mr. Santa Claus on there. Of course. So we're going to cut this out. I think we have to cut into this though, because we want it. No, we can show the red, huh? Okay. We can do that. Oh, I didn't tell you what this was. This paper that we cut out of. It was one of them was this, and the rest of it was this. Simple Stories. Simple Stories. Simple Vintage Yuletide. And this one is Echo Park. I love Echo Park. And it says Christmas Joy. So those are the two scraps that we used, is from those. Okay. Now, I want Ho 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 to be on here. So we're going to have to trim. We're going to have to trim it on both sides. Okay. So we're going to just trim it up by his hat. Okay. So there we go. Should probably trim this red off. Okay. Perfect. Look at it. The problem is it's going to go sideways like this. So Santa's going to be the wrong way because the blocks won't fit. Well, we could do it that way. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me because I want to do that. Okay, I have no idea where my red ink went, but we are going to corner this. We are going to corner this. Okay. And he's going to get glued down right there. He's going to get glued down. So we're going to end up using black because I don't know where my red is. And it's probably in my stamp. I could have sworn it's probably in my tray, but I haven't dug that out yet. So it's okay. We'll just do that. We're going to do the same for these. Edge each of those, right? I like to kind of clean up as I go. Okay. So I'm not going to corner these because if I do that, it's going to ruin that. But I am going to kind of add a little thing to each of these, right? And like I said, I would have used red if I had my red. It's just to add a little decorative something around it, right? I would have preferred to do something that's not specific, because it has to go on a certain way. I like the things that don't matter what way you put it on, but like the joy will have to go on this way. You can't, it will have to be a certain way. Right, okay, there's those ones. I'm just doing it real quick. Just doing, I mean, I'm not doing a lot. I'm just doing whatever ink's on here. And I got these from Temu. If you look up craft supplies and Temu, you'll find all kinds of stuff. I got extra pads to go on here. They just go on like Velcro. And I have more. I think I have 2 handles too, but I don't know where the other one is. It's probably in my tool section here. Okay, do this real quick. So the only thing we're using hot glue for is the ribbon. There, those are done. And we will use craft glue. I use this craft glue, and it works awesome. It's by Aleene's, Elmer's. They also have, Aleene's has one too, that you can use. But my grocery store used to carry it, and they don't anymore. I'm not happy. So I don't know if this is going to come out. I may have to open up a new one. It's going to come out hard. And my thumbs don't like to play nice anymore. So I'm just putting little dots everywhere. And you can, with your finger, I have a, oh, I don't know where it is. I have a little spatula thing that I can use, but I'm going to use my fingers. My glue gun's hot, I can smell it. Okay. Let's put him on. And I'm not using the finger that has glue on it. So there's our Santa. And I don't have a wet cloth down here. This is ready. So we are going to start here and put this on. Okay. And we're just going to go around. And it might be hot. That's why I usually use my finger thing. But it's okay. So the videos on this channel aren't your 10-minute, hi, how are ya kind of things. These ones are like you're doing stuff, so they're a little bit longer. So if you don't like them, you can skip ahead. By all means, you can skip ahead if you would like. If you get the gist of it, go to the end and see how it is. But I like the chit chat in between, so you'll miss the chit chat, but that's okay. All right, so have yourself a merry little Christmas. There's our board. Get rid of all the sticky stuff. Now we're not going to need our glue gun anymore. I'm not going to turn it off yet, but because I might have to glue the numbers on because they're sticky, but I don't know how well they'll stay. All right, so now let's stick them on. And it doesn't really matter where you stick them. Just stick them on. And we'll figure out the numbers after. So they're not the same. Okay, there's one. We'll do this one. And I think that's what I had a hard time with last time, is figuring out where they go, because you don't want two numbers, like this, right? You don't want that. So we're going to flip them. See, the blocks are not the same size. Or I didn't turn this one the right way. Oh, it can go that way. Okay. It's still not right. They're not cut the right way. That's where they go, like that. So take this one off. Don't worry about the glue, because we're going to put more on anyway, because there's another piece that's going to go on there. Okay, put this one on, flip it this way. Do your next one. Like I said, you might have to cut it a little bit. Piece is going to get cut. Okay, it's all right. It's just for my desk, and you guys will see it when I do stuff on this channel or the other channel, because it'll be on my desk and you'll see it. Okay, so let's do this one. This one needs to be trimmed. Which is fine. Okay, there's that. Flip again. And we will put these on. This one needs to be trimmed a little. I don't even know what time it is. 3 o'clock. Okay. That's going to go on there. And they're different, right? So we're going to glue this one on. Glue this one on. And if you want to, you can Mod Podge if you want. This one we're going to have to trim. Okay. No, I'm not inking it again. You guys are probably saying, she didn't ink it again. Nope, I didn't. It's fine. It's all good. That one goes there. That one goes there. And I should have trimmed it. That's okay. So now we did all of that side, right? So on either side here, you can put, we got two, we got 4 more. So go like this, and we'll put on, I could have mixed them all up, but I didn't want to do that. Like put this one here and then this one here. I didn't want to do that. So you guys could do that if you want. I'm not doing that. Okay, so now flip it to the bottom and do this one. Do our last ones. What's going to be hard is the numbers. And I'll show you what I'm going to do. to make it a little easier before I put those on. Okay, blocks are done. Now the hard part. That was the easy part. Those were the easy parts. And you can you could figure this all out beforehand if you want to. I did not. I was just doing it with you and showing you what I do, you know, and this is pretty much what I do. So now we're going to take our blocks we have here, because the numbers aren't going to add up. So if I take this one and put all these numbers on here and all these numbers on here, will be good. You just don't match them up. Like if you match them up, this is going to be 6 and 5. This is going to be 0 and 2. And then it doesn't match anymore. Right? That's what this one is. So I'm going to figure that out and I'll be back. Sorry about that. So we're done with this. I'll put this back right there. So I put each block right here, and then I just put the numbers on this block onto this block and this block to this block. So we have 6 months. No, how much? We got, today's May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. 7 months. So to use our little, this is what it looks like. And then we put, have yourself a merry little Christmas around there. Right? There's our little holder. And I got to find, I put all the numbers on, I mixed them up. They both have silver and gold on them. So I think this one has more silver on one side. This one has more gold on one side. So we have 7 months. So let's find a 0. Here's the 0. And they are the same. See, we got 7 months. I didn't plan that one. That's way cool. So, and it's hard because these little gel things stick out. So it doesn't fit on there quite correctly. So then, and we got 5 months for Halloween. So I have them over by my, I'll take a picture and I'll show you where they're at. I'll show you where I'm going to put them. But in the meantime, we are going to get that off of here. We're going to kind of clean up a little bit. And then I will take this down and show you where they're at. And I got to take the paint and stuff and wash that. So let me move that stuff out of the way. Okay, I'll be right back and show you. So I got the May the 4th be with you, because we're in May now. And then there's the Christmas one, and there's my Halloween one. And it's right here over on the corner of my desk where my glue gun and all that is right there. Depending on when I do a video, I'll move them around. But right now, they're both right there. So cute. Well, thank you for doing this with me. It was fun. And you want to do it. Doesn't take much. Like I said, you can get these at any craft store. You can get the big ones and do big ones. I have the big ones up in the living room. And these are just for my desk down here. But that is gorgeous. I probably should put like a skeleton or something on the top of that one, but it's fine. And it says, have yourself a merry little Christmas. Ho, ho, ho. I think it came out awesome. Thanks for doing this with me, and we'll see you in the next video.